Luke Ayling. What? No, it's so welcome back to the Roaring Peacock podcast. My name's Adonis. You know me as at the Adelites. A very good hello from me. Joining us is Big Mac at Ewan Metcalf.
Evening, soldier.
And Barney from the internet at Barney LUFC21.
Oi, oi.
We're very rusty, clearly. It's summer. It's so hot. It's about 45 degrees and my blood is boiling. Right, massive show because it's been a massive summer so far. Phillips is going to Citeh tomorrow. Raphinha to Chelsea. That was funny in my head. Incomings that we should bring in, incomings that we might do, outgoings that we'd like to see, and there's a whole bunch of other news, including the kit, and it seems to be changing every minute with Barcelona. So we'll start with Citeh then. Barney, Calvin Phillips.
Why did you have to come to me first? I was always residing with Leeds at some point, but he deserves to play with the best. He deserves to fight for trophies. He deserves that. And any Leeds fan who thinks that he should stay because he supports the club you can't do that anymore in modern football. It happens, and we are a small fish in a big pond now. After so long out of the Premier League, that's going to happen, unfortunately. Good luck to him. I'm not sure. With apparently the rumours were 42 million, then it's going up to 50 million. Just hope it's going to get reinvested properly. That's the main thing. Good luck to Phillips. I'll watch him from afar. Hopefully, he's the same age when Batty left for Leeds, and then Batty came back for when we were playing in Europe again. So hopefully that's going to happen with Phillips. So good luck to him.
There you go, and hopefully we don't replace him with Carlton Palmer again.
Oh, fuck it hell.
Mac, Phillips, you're the last one of us to see him.
Yeah, similarly, really sad that he's, I think resigned, but sad that he's finally come to the fact that he's going. I guess always in the bottom of your heart, you think he might stay, and he'll have that loyalty, and he'll think we'll give it another season, see how we end up, and then go from there. But yeah, I mean, listen, I've seen footballers come and go. It doesn't hit me as hard as it used to do. And like you said, Barney mentioned Batty. That was one of my saddest moments when Batty moved, because he was like Leeds boy, went to my school, North Leeds lad. Used to see him about all the time, great lad. And Phillips is the same. He's a great ambassador for Leeds, and everything about his persona and the way he sort of treats the game and plays the game. He's got Leeds written all over it, and a big smile on his face, hard as nails. Just love him to bits. It's been a joy to watch him go from, let's be honest, a player that I didn't rate massively. I would have probably Ronaldo via him 90 out of 100, and he's gone from that to people are kind of thinking it's really hard to replace. Point. So it's happened. Not shocked. But as Barney says, the most important thing is this is the problem with Leeds. It's been a problem for many years. Do we get the right money for these players, and do we reinvest it properly? Often the answer is no. So let's hope we do both and build a team that can propel us up the league a bit.
So speaking of that, I asked the Twitterverse whether we got enough for Phillips, and 30% of you say yes, and 67% say no. It should have been more. And there's 2.3% who I presume are Man City fans or trolls who think we should have got less for him.
I think
it's one of those that you'd wish him. You do wish him well, don't you? And he said that himself, that the only club he would have gone to in the Premier League was Man City. Sorry, Mac. I interrupted you, didn't I?
No, I'm saying it's no, don't be daft. It's relative, innit? I think if we'd have paid 25 million for him and got 35, fair enough. But we paid nothing for him. He's come through the ranks. He's come through as a young un. You know, it's cost nothing. You know, wages will be significant, but you know, as regards a transfer fee and the kind of investment in buying him or bringing him in is nothing. So anything we get for him is a huge return, and that's the way you've got to look at it. And I guess that's the way Man City will be looking at it. We've got no premium on him. It's not like he was bought for, again, 40 million 2 years ago. So his you know, his status and his kind of value has gone up. He's never been purchased before, has he? So it's kind of like a new thing for him. And I think to get that kind of return on a player that's come through the academy system is probably pretty rare, certainly for Leeds. So again, it's all about whether it'll or invest it wisely, and you know, talk. I think if Harry Winks comes in and people like that, then
dear. Mac, your connection is horrendous, but it's making for some funny content at least. Right, I'll get through to some of your comments then. Matt Games, hey guys, big up, love the content. Nora says, look at that, the boys are back. Michael Brown, good evening, guys. Gail says, hi, guys. And Nora saying, good evening, everyone. So very good evening to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Matt Games, have you seen the clip of Bamford telling a fan she got a season ticket? It's great. Yeah, I feel like every time we've tried to do a podcast or thought about doing a podcast, or every time I've thought, oh, I'll just go online and do a little one of those clickbaity videos that all the other YouTubers seem to do, then the news gets superseded. It's just been a crazy summer. Barney, Raphinha to Chelsea or Barcelona?
It's just getting ridiculous now, isn't it? There's a story every other day about what's happening. Deco's obviously played that this transfer. It's quite obvious. He's promised Raphinha that he's going to go to Barcelona. I think Barcelona were gambling on us getting relegated so they could get Raphinha on the cheap. But obviously we've stayed up and the balls are back in our court now. We don't need to sell. I think that. Do I care if he goes to Chelsea? Yeah, I do a little bit, but also I want the top money for him. I don't want him to go to another club and get 5 million less than what we could get from Chelsea. And a lot of people said he was sulky. I know Ewan said that as well, but you could tell. I know it sounds like a cliche, but you could tell that he cared. He wanted to get results for the club while he was with us, but. This is another thing in the Premier League, and what's going to happen is if you stand out players in the relegation team, some teams are going to come for you. That's the reality we're in at the moment, unfortunately.
Mac, Raf? Yeah, similarly. I mean, you don't want to lose your two best players, do you? I've criticised Raphinha a lot. Am I struggling? Shut up.
It's freezing, isn't it? It's off and on. I think just give it a go, and if it gets too bad, then we'll do some filler.
No, and I'll reset it in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've criticised him for what I believe to be clocking off at times, but he definitely last game, you know, he carried us over the line, didn't he? So, you know, he does turn up for those games where he's on show. I think that's probably my, you know, criticism and compliment to him, that the big games are the games where he seems to, you know, excel. So, get massive money for him. Always going to go, never going to be here for a long time. Did what he needed to do last season, or certainly the last couple of games, or the last game of the season. Get loads of money for him. I would be bothered slightly if he went to another, you know, a Chelsea or a Man United or somebody in England. Rather him go to Barcelona, but the way Barcelona are fucking behaving, I don't really want him to go there either, to be honest. So they've gone down massively in my estimations.
Oh, it's done you there. Tom Gatlin, Max got Ellen Road Wi-Fi. That wasn't too bad.
Queuing up then. I'm queuing up for my season ticket.
Yeah, so somebody's just asked, it's Tom Gatlin again. Do Rennes have a sell-on clause for Raf? Indeed, they do. And Barcelona have got a cash injection today. They've agreed to sell 10% of their TV rights for the next 25 years to a company who are investing, I think, 227 million, something like that, or 270 million, sorry. So I think they're getting 200 million this season, so that does put them back in contention. But I also heard very quickly, just before we came on the pod, that their increased offer has been rejected because Leeds want to honour the agreement that they've made with Chelsea. So it's all happening. It's all happening, lads. I thought we were going to have a bit of time off over the summer, but every single day it's been chaos.
I think also as well, I think fans are worried. I mean, yeah, Otter's made mistakes along the way, but I think a lot of people are already worried because of the players we're getting in that don't know anything about them. It's an so obviously there must be shit because you don't know anything about the players.
You're telling me you don't have posters of Charles de Ketelaere on your bedroom wall, Barnes?
But I just think that we just need to reset as a fan base because last season was absolutely awful. None of it was fun. None of it. And all of a sudden, we're 2 weeks after the season's ending, and everyone's panicking again because, yeah, our two best players are going. It's a gamble, hell of a gamble, yeah. But we've already got 3 players in, and people are already saying that we're in a relegation battle. I think also as well, people are looking at Marsh and what he did last season. I, for one, was not enjoyable. Maybe because I was comparing it to how Bielsa played football, but also he came into firefight as well. And his main priority then was to keep us up. I think we all need to just reset and think, right, this is a clean slate. We're getting players in that's going to fit the system. We just need to enjoy the summer, have a Solero, and just see what happens next season.
Do you want to impart the story of your friend meeting someone in the gym?
Let's just say that someone met Radson in a gym, and he had a go at him, and he just said, "Trust the process." But I won't go into what happened after then.
Okay, now that's worse. That's worse.
Leaving it up to people's imagination. Oh dear. Yeah. I mean, he would say that though, wouldn't he? I mean, we do have to though, don't we? Galedale, we're not so big as some fans think we are. It's going to be steady progress. Michael Brown, Leeds United have lost local boys before KP like Batty and Smithy. Life goes on. We've got 45 million for a player that cost the club nothing. Good luck to KP. He's done well for Leeds and likewise. You think he'll do all right at City?
Yeah, I do. Okay. I think that.
Don't give a flying fuck.
He's going to suit the City system, and a lot of people are saying he's just going to sit on the bench. But when you go to teams like that, it's about squad rotations. Just because you sat on the bench, it doesn't mean that you're a bad player. It's because the fighting on multiple competitions, Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, all sorts. But I think a lot of fans outside of Leeds are going to realise how good he is, and they're going to think, actually, this Phillips is a very, very good midfielder.
Okay, incomings that we've brought in then. So, do you know about any of them? Christensen, Mark Rocker, and Brendan Aronson. Did you watch any of them? Did you watch them in the friendlies? Nothing?
I watched 2 minutes reels on YouTube, and they look absolutely fucking fantastic. The best players ever.
So did Habib Haboub. He looked great on the reel. Okay, now. Load of shite.
Adrian.
I do want to see us invest in more players that I know Barney's saying about you don't know who they are and we don't know who they come from. We didn't know who Raphinha was prior to him coming. We didn't know a few players who've gone on, Klitsch, whatever. So I think let's not quote some of it. Let's be honest, Otto's got it wrong 9 times out of 10. I think they look at the good ones, but nobody knew who Raphinha was, and nobody could say they knew who Raphinha was. To any great extent when he came, he's done amazing. So you've got, that's not the argument. I'd like to see more players who are familiar with the Premier League. Frank. So there's none of that settling in period. There's none of that getting used to into the country and the kind of Premier League as it is. So they looked at. I know it's not Premier League, but English football. Lewis O'Brien, other players that I'd much rather see a balance rather than this raid on Salzburg, raid on Europe.
So Fabian Delph then.
Well, yeah, rather than Carlton Palmer, definitely.
Well, Harry Winks was being mooted today. In fact, I've got a list of all the people that we've been linked with. Charles,
it's quicker to say we haven't been linked with.
Right.
Charles the Kettle Chips.
Yeah, Charles. Yeah, the Kettle Chips.
I like that.
Calvin Ramsey. He's gone to Liverpool now. Tyler Adams. We're double dipping on the.
Don't get another Tyler in. Fuck that.
The double Tyler pivot.
No.
The Premier League isn't ready for.
No, it's not.
John Swift. There you go. That's a English-based player.
Jesus Christ.
Takumi Minamino. Double dipping again. Red Bull Salzburg. Valentin Castellanos. Che Adams. There you go.
American. Again.
That's yeah.
every year.
Noah Lang. That's
yeah.
Rabbi Matondo. He's the Welsh player, isn't he? Tyler Roberts' teammate.
Sounds Welsh. Yeah, never heard of him.
Ben Foster. Would you be happy with him, the cycling goalkeeper?
I think backup, and to give Melier some help because there's times where I think he needs it. So as a backup and an experienced keeper, I definitely need one of them.
Terrible stats from last season, though.
True enough.
That's
downside.
Yeah, there was the graphic. The Athletic put out a graph of goalkeepers, and it's got the squares in, and the square that he didn't want to be in was like the bottom right. Nobody was in there apart from Ben Foster and Melier. Then we got linked with him, and I was like, oh no.
Should have got Pope, man. We should have been all over Pope straight away. 10 million quid for him is a fucking bargain.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle I don't know what they've given him. A couple of Rolls Royce, a mansion in Dubai, penthouse suite.
Yeah, he's got to live in Newcastle though. Fucking hell.
Here's one I didn't hear of. Gerzinho Niamsi. Strasbourg star.
Get him in.
6'5". He's a 6'5" defender. Get him in.
Yeah, they'll do.
Napoli
6'5".
Yeah, Napoli and Newcastle want him apparently. Yep.
So 6'5" is defender. Marsh likes to have players in different positions. He's going to go in midfield, isn't he? He's going to be the new Carl Palmer.
Well, I bloody hope not. Otavio, there you go. Otavio. He sounds far too expensive for us. One-name players. Yeah. Flynn Downs, Swansea City player. Don't know anything about him. Sanderberg, you want him? Sheffield United?
That could be a good Phillips replacement for me, I think, yeah.
Again, I've seen some stats that say he's not very good. Ziyech?
But really? Fucking hell, tell you what, scraping the barrel is.
Brozier, he was at Southampton.
Yeah.
Here's one, Adama Traore. You've been going to the gym recently, haven't you, Big Mac?
Like fucking should be able to tell. You don't have to ask me that. Look at me, I'm like a coiled spring. My tits have gone and everything. No, listen. Anybody would have to get Vaseline I've had to come on stage. It's not. I mean,
to come on stage.
well, you know what I mean? On the dance floor, a bit like Stones. It's a bit like your mate in the showers.
Right. With Rads.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Let's not get into it.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah.
James McAtee. The one we thought we were going to get, and Darko Giabi, the one that we seem to be getting. Highly rated.
Yeah, he looks really good, him. I mean, everyone's saying that because the way the news was said was like, we're going to get him because we're selling Phillips to Man City. But for 5 million, I know everyone's like 5 million for under 23s, but the under 23s is probably going to be quite expensive now because of the 5 subs rule. So you're gonna want top quality players in from the under 23s, and he does look a very, very good player.
I know, but can't we just buy some players with some pubic hair? For fuck's sake. We've done this before, and it's like it hasn't worked. You know, they're playing in the first team squad. They're playing in first team. The 23s got relegated because half of them are playing in first team. It's not working. Just buy some people with pubes, for fuck's sake, because voice is broken.
It's probably like 200,000 per pube, that one. Let's not get into it. And there's Mo Kamara as well, who looks to be probably the best potential Phillips replacement. But again, he's from Red Bull Salzburg, and you know they'll be looking at the phone and going, "Oh bloody hell, not again, Leeds United again."
Yeah.
How much do they owe us for big fat Kevin?
£20 million. God.
Yeah, I just don't want to raid the same club. I want it to look like we've. You know, I know Marsh is probably influential in that, isn't he? But I want it to look like we've done some diligence on bringing in some brilliant players. You know, and not just him. He was really good at Salzburg, and so was he, and he was good. So get them in. I mean, Kettle Chips looks great. Camera looks great. The lad from Man City, as young as he is, looks really good prospect. There's some that are mentioned in there. There's a lad I can't remember his name. Is it Nami or whatever he's called? Is he a striker?
Giabi is number 8. Number 8. He's the box to box.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a striker that has been linked with who looks like a bit of a monster. I can't remember his name. Forgive me, but you know, I want to see some more tenacious, you know, slightly, you know, bastardy players in our team. It all looks a bit lightweight and a bit pretty at the moment, you know. And
yeah. Rasmus looks good.
Yeah, definitely.
Just look at this. I'm sweating buckets. I've had to turn the fan off because it
open a
makes
window for fuck's sake. Open a window.
Noise. Yeah. God. Somehow I think Barcelona will swoop in at the last minute. This could have sparked a bidding war, says McAllister Bishop.
Good.
Still want some of the average players gone, says Gail. Yeah, who do we need to get rid of? Good point, Gail. Kiko. Tyler Roberts.
Tyler. Maybe, I don't know, Aileen, Dallas.
Controversial, man. Controversial.
I know, but listen, you've got to be brutal at times and say, look, how much more are they going to give us and over what period of time, and are they keeping other people like drama out of the, you know, if we bought Christensen, that suggests that we've got 3 right backs at the moment.
You know, we give your Twitter handle out on these podcasts.
Not bothered, give it out, mate. I just block people and ignore people, so it didn't bother me. But yeah, so you know, you've got to look at it and think, I love them, but they've done a job for us. They've been amazing, but are they going to take us to the next level? I'm not sure. I mean, that's the question you've got to ask you, and you've got to be honest about it. You know, like, I don't want to say his name, but old Red Nose from across the Pennines, he was brutal, man. Like Ince, Mark Hughes, absolute legend. You know, time's done, mate.
Yeah. Roy Keane still whinges about it on Sky Sports, doesn't he?
Yeah, bringing. Yeah, he's holding people back, younger players who are more hungry and better and got more, you know, potential. I do think you've got to be a little bit brutal, but I don't want to be the horrible see you next Tuesday who says, you know, get rid of players who can't us there. But listen, we're in a different space now. We're not competing to get back in the Premier League. We're competing to climb up the table and start competing, like Barney said, to get into that top half. And I'm not sure that Ayling week to week. Dallas, certainly last season, I wouldn't have said that the season before, not at all. But Roberts definitely. You've got them fringe, Kiko, Costa. There's plenty to go for me. Plenty.
Barnes?
People keep asking, should we take Alioski back? Yeah, just for shits and giggles. Yeah.
I don't think we could get rid of Dallas or Ayling this season because they're knackered. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens with Click, if he stays or not. Maybe someone might come in for him because he's 31 years old now. I think it's quite obvious he doesn't quite fit how Marsh wants to play. Who else? Definitely Costa. I think we need to get rid of him. Definitely. He's.
Max just blown his nose. So it was just so funny.
I meant to mute myself. I do apologise. I pressed it and it didn't go.
Oh,
you can tell what's happened is last time we were together doing a podcast, we were actually together getting drunk. It's just carried on from there. I mean, I'm gonna get hobnobs out in a minute and fucking.
I think also as well. I think it's showing that they're starting to get rid of some of the under-23s now that aren't gonna. There's no point keeping them anymore. So there's obviously Edmondson that's gone to Carlisle. The young lad yesterday's joined Stoke. I can't remember his. I think by the sounds of it as well, I think Marsh is doing the same sort of thing that Bielsa did. He's put people in certain camps to say, yeah, you're a maybe. Yeah, you're definitely. No, you're a. So it'd be interesting to see if Davis is going to stay. It'd be really interesting to see what they're going to do with Creswell because he needs game time. He's an absolute going to be a gem of a defender, but it's unfair on him to sit on the bench. So I mean, Millwall. People are not sure about Millwall, but Millwall did pretty well last season in the Championship, and I think the Championship is probably going to be another really weak league again this season. So I think that Millwall obviously want to push on this time. They came 10th last season, so they could be challenging for playoffs. So it could be a good thing for him to go there.
Might toughen him up a bit.
Yeah.
Not that he needs that.
As long as he
probably toughen Millwall up.
As long as he don't come back with a flat cap and wanting you to eat pie and eels or whatever they eat.
Yeah, starting sentences with
Yeah.
I'm not racist, but
I am your mother.
Matt Games, would you take Alioski back on a free? Well, we did a tweet about that, and I asked you guys. And anyway, I think it was like 60%. Bandy says that's a very severe haircut, Adonis. Yeah, it was too hot. It's 30 plus degrees.
Everything revolves around it's too hot. It's too hot.
Every single day. It's just, I feel like I'm back in Australia again. No.
If you get any warmer and sweat anymore, you'll be sewing Man United kits next.
There we go.
Malaysia.
I thought you were going to say that I'd be Prince Andrew if I sweat anymore.
Behind you sewing Man United kits.
Would you take Alioski back? 60.7% said yes. 22.9% says no. We don't need another left back. It was 0.2%, and I was joking earlier that Firpo voted then. Definitely Firpo. And we need a different left back. 16.2%. Do we need another left back? Do you trust Firpo?
Yeah.
Barney, you better go because Mac's frozen. Are you frozen as well, Barney?
No,
Great, it's just me.
Do you know what? I think Firpo will play next season.
Yeah.
I think that when he came in, he He couldn't do the man marking system. You could tell that straight away because he was in midfield or wherever. I don't think he was clever enough to understand how a man marking system worked. But I think next season, I think he'll do all right. To be honest,
you're saying he's too dumb to figure out the man. Stick with your man.
Yeah, I do. If you saw him, you could see him in midfield, and he was like walking around like, "Where's my man gone? Where's he gone now?" It honestly was like that sometimes, and I just don't think he could adapt to that how that system works.
I don't disagree. I think for me it's been like the unnecessary fouls and just being out of position. Big Mac, do we need a left back?
He wasn't fit enough.
No.
No. He wasn't fit enough. As simple as. And if he gets fit and he's had a full season, he was stop-start all the time because he got injured, and that's why he was picking up yellow cards. I know what it's like as you get older. You get dirtier and you get more fines because you just can't keep up. And I got a feeling that Firpo was a bit like that, where he never got a run, and he just in that system where you have to do so much work. You're not really a left back, are you? You're playing 3 or 4 different positions. He couldn't keep up. So let's give him another season. I mean, we've had plenty of players who haven't looked great in the first year and have come. You look at Klitsch, look at others that have come and not done so great, and then excelled really. So let's give him a chance. I do think there's a player in there.
Michael Brown says Kiko, Costa. Sorry, Mac, you froze.
Play Costa at left back. It's hard to justify going back to Alioski after he's been relegated with the Saudi Arabian team. To be fair, so
he did quite well with them though. He was pretty much their best player, from what I've seen on Twitter.
They had a couple of bin men playing up front and a Potter playing at left back. And
okay, Michael Brown, Kiko, Costa, Shackleton, Click need to go. Roberts, Creswell, Bate, Paveda should go on loan. Matt Games, I feel like people are harsh saying Click should go. Remember, we have 5 subs now. We need players that can come off the bench. Derek Moore says, no comparison, Gail. Firpo hasn't done a thing for us since he arrived. And nobody's mentioned Rodrigo, interestingly enough, because I remember when the season ended, lots of people were suggesting that Rodrigo should go. Thoughts on that?
Not sure about
that. But not for me. No, I think that the amount of money we've spent on him, we're not going to get the money back, are we? We're not going to get the money back. And I think it's all very well getting these promising players in and for the future and things like that. But also we need a bit of experience. And I think Rodrigo is one of those players you need around as well. The thing is, though, what's really frustrating about Rodrigo was that when he's on it, or when he does a few good things, you think, actually, he's a really, really class player. I also think as well, the why he's struggled a lot of the time is that I think he's a level above some of the other players that's around him. So I think he's looking at 2 or 3 passes, and that's why there's a misplaced pass. When you watched him link up with Raphinha, fantastic, but other players just were on the same hymn sheet sometimes with him.
Yeah, that chip against Burnley, just some little flashes of that. And there
was loads of stuff. He had some great games last year, and people gave him it the minute he had a bad game, and he did have some bad games, and he looked out of. But I think Barney's right. I'd agree. Having, a footballer when you see when he's a good footballer. I think sometimes he was trying stuff that nobody else was on level, and he did link up well with Raphinha. And there's a reason for that. Raphinha's a world-class player. I think probably Rodrigo's not in the same bracket, but he's a similar. Educated, kind of talented footballer that understands. He's thinking, like Barney said, 3 or 4 or 5 passes ahead, and there isn't many footballers, even in the Premier League, that do that. So, hopefully he'll settle and he'll be that experience and get that leadership role again and do a lot better.
Okay, Liam Chalky says, "What do you lads think of the new training kit?"
I couldn't give a shit.
I was waiting for that.
Just a bit of material. Just material that they put around their bodies. Don't get excited about it. I'm not interested. Not bothered. I want us to do brilliant in the Premier League and buy brilliant footballers. Couldn't give a fuck.
So there you go. Jalen Leela says, love the new training kit. Barney, I'm guessing you're pretty much the same page on that?
I mean, I tweeted about it. I said I like it, but I won't be buying it because being a fat lad, I just look awful in it, so there's no point. So, but
he's not buying it because he's not doing anything. No.
The thing is, Man United tweeted about Van der Beek, and it was exactly the same sort of colour as what the training kit we were having as well. So there's no imagination with kits anymore, is there?
Michael Brown says, need to keep hold of Cooper, Forshaw, Dallas, and possibly Ayling for the time being, as last season showed when injuries happen how thin the squad was. To keep them is a necessity, not out of sentiment. Fair enough. Here we go. Tom Gatling, kiss, marry, avoid. Theresa May, Susan Boyle, Rosie O'Donnell.
Can I lose Rosie O'Donnell?
No idea. Can you avoid all of them?
Rosie O'Donnell was what's that program that was with? It was on channel. It used to be on Channel 4, an American show.
What, Golden Girls?
It was similar to that. It was like her. Yeah, she was in what's that American show called?
Star Search in 1984.
Barney's having a senior moment. You know that show. You know that show that they were on. It was on the telly.
It used to be on a Friday night. It used to be on a Friday night on Channel 4, around about 10 o'clock, I think it was, in the evening.
I've got no idea.
Was it
Kiss, marry, avoid.
Kiss, marry, avoid.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give us a fucking option here. They're all about 70 years of age.
They're all right for you, then, mate.
They're even too old for me. Exactly.
This is a very helpful comment. Chris Baldwin, Bayern in for Roberts to replace Lewandowski. Good move, that.
What did Lewandowski used to clean the changing rooms every now and again? What? Okay, now.
Oh, here we go. Talk about Leeds, not BS, idiots. There you go. Thanks for the advice, Digby's house. Some great comments there.
You've got the wrong podcast, mate. You've not been watching.
Oh dear.
Donny's lost about 2 stones.
I'm telling you, I'm sweating buckets here. I'm telling you.
Like that
It's
scene
way
from
too
Airplane,
hot.
where you know, in the scene from Airplane where he's trying to land the airplane and it's just.
Oh dear. Orange is not the new yellow, says Bandy. And there was a kit update, by the way, for anyone who is actually genuinely interested. The kit will go on sale in August.
after the season started, knowing Leeds.
So there you go. Only another month to wait. But the 2022-23 home kit will be revealed during the second week of July. And the men's first team will debut the exciting new kit in our friendly match with Brisbane Roar. There you go.
Can't wait.
I know the board is going to get some shite for that, but I think also maybe we need to look at what's happening globally with materials and what's happening with Brexit and all sorts like that. Maybe that could be one of the reasons why it's so slow getting the kit out.
Right, yeah. Any other excuses you want to throw in there?
You know, you should get a job at Leeds United, you.
I know.
Fucking brilliant on that. Yeah, well, it's the players. What's been an excuse for the last 5 years, mate?
They have a whole year to plan for it, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Adidas will only concentrate on the big hitters, won't they? They're going to concentrate on the Man Uniteds of this world. They're not going to concentrate on a team that's just avoided relegation.
You're saying we're not as big a club as Man United? Jeez, you're in dangerous, very dangerous waters here. Big Mac saying that we should get rid of Ailing and Dallas, and Barney saying that Scum are bigger than Leeds.
Hey, we've been off a while. We're full of controversy. That's it. We just need to get our opinions across now.
Here we go. I found a meme for the Raphinha saga.
Very good.
Raphinha running ahead with 2 suitcases, being chased by Arsenal, who are offering 50 millions, Chelsea are offering 60 millions, and there's Barcelona in the distance offering 25 millions and 10 kilogram basmati rice. Thanks, Troll Football. Right, then. What's been happening with you guys? What's your thing for this week? We didn't do a thing, did we? We haven't got any games to review. I'm bloody sick of talking about transfer speculation about people that I'm sitting here sweating. My balls off. I've got sweat from every orifice.
Brilliant. You haven't watched the Traders Ball Soup yet?
Wow, ball soup. There you go. Yeah. Any plans for the summer?
One thing that I'd like to mention is I was quite emotional when I heard the news as well. Was about Harry Grayson dying this week. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the tribute on Look North as well. It was quite emotional because it was all of a sudden death. I remember I grew up watching him on Look North. He had some really good insight on Leeds United as well. He did a lot of stuff for BBC Sport as well for Match of the Day. And there's actually a really, really good interview with him and Harold Wilkinson on YouTube, where it's a really in-depth conversation about Leeds as well. So, and he was a proper Yorkshireman. He was just a fabric of what Yorkshire meant as a county, and also what it meant to work for Look North. I mean, Look North is a really, really good news programme, and what he did for Look North as well. I think we need to. I just wanted to give a mention about Harry Grayson.
Did his job very well, didn't he? I think it's very difficult to be liked by, the majority of people. You're not going to be liked by everyone. Popey does that very well as well. Popey's a very, very likable character, and he's a very good host. I feel like I'm not anywhere near, and I think Barney, you'd probably be the closest. But Big Mac and I were far too obnoxious. I don't know.
Not here to be popular. Make no apology for it. I'm not here to be popular. Yeah. Got enough friends, cheers.
Yeah, very, very good interviewer, and sadly missed. Droopy says, how did he die? I don't know. Didn't look into it.
I don't know, just the damn said. So, yeah. It was 71. But that's no age nowadays, is it? 71.
Not bad, though.
No age. No age, though.
I suppose you don't really think about it until you get into your 60s. And then you're like, oh, God, 70 doesn't sound very good. But me, that's 35 years away. Fucking hell, I'm sweating here.
You're melting.
Look, I'm losing breath. Melting. Every single sentence.
Bring me my ruby slippers.
Oh, God.
Help me.
Cricket was melting. Good. You got plans for the summer? You going on holiday, Mac?
Yes.
Where are you going?
I'm off to Crete.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm off to a few places, but I'm going on 6th of August, and I'm not coming back till 25th. So fuck the lot of yous. I'll be doing no figures. I missed the start of the season. I've missed the late kit launch. Yeah, I'm off away, mate. I've not been abroad with my family on a proper summer holiday for too long, so I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, I've got a lovely place sorted in Crete, and I'll be gone for a few weeks, and can't bloody wait.
There you go. So if anyone wants to bother Ewan on his family holiday, it's in Crete.
Bother me how? What, smoke signals, fireworks.
Dropping some plates. Barney, you going on holiday?
Yeah, I'm going to Cornwall for the week and a half. We've got a massive house, the family. So it's a stone throw away from the beach as well. So looking forward to that. Is it Padstow? Padstow, yeah.
Lovely place, mate. You'll love it. Great.
I feel like that's a very person from Harrogate thing to do. Go to Cornwall.
It's massive that.
On holiday. I'll have a timeshare apartment there or something.
There'll be some sort of like what do you call it? Like a punt. There'll be a punt from Harrogate straight to Cornwall.
We just use. Well, I don't know. You won't know about this, but in Harrogate they've got an underground that just goes straight there. It's like it's like the Euro tunnel, but.
Cost less than the Elizabeth line. Michael Brown, Adonis, are you 25? I thought you were older, mate. No offense. I'm 35, which is half of 70. Chris Baldwin, Orta needs to borrow Bielsa's binoculars and find some decent players. There you go. And Nora just confirming that I'm older than 25. Thanks, Nora.
Just a tap.
Anything else that we've got to talk about? I feel like summer is quite... it's been quite busy, but I get kind of bored with it unless there's actual games. There will be a game next week, of course. Blackpool. You going to go to that? It's in York.
No. I had a look on because York was selling the tickets, weren't they? And as soon as the club tweeted it, went onto the link, you're in a queue, and it said about an hour. So I was like, nah.
There you go.
So... The thing is, you can't take anything what you're going to learn from pre-season. We might lose 5-0 against Blackpool, and everyone said, "Oh, we're fucked." And Aronson's the shittest player I've ever seen. Wyver's paid 25 million for him. You're never going to learn anything from him.
Well, I don't think he'll be involved because he's on extended break.
That's no excuse. That's not Leeds. That's not fucking Leeds. He should be back now.
How much have they been playing? These players been paid.
He don't know. He don't know about Leeds.
I think a lot of people, though, to be fair, did call last season's pre-season as a bad one, and it was a bit of a precursor to what a lot of people think has been a poor season. And they were right, weren't they? So I don't know. I think you can sort of learn things from the pre-season, but it's. My worry is if you're going to replace two of your best players and build what's been a really small squad, you're going to have a lot of new faces in there. And how are they going to blend together? How are they going to kind of gel? How long is it going to take for them to actually hit the ground? It's a massive season. In a way, I'm probably more worried about this season than I was about that season.
Derek Moore's giving us €5. Go to the pound shop and get a desk fan on me, Adonis. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate that.
Too late.
I mean, I could try and turn the fan on, but the thing is, I'm in my boxers, so I wouldn't be able to stand up.
And also, it's Thursday as well, because you always start wearing your best boxers from Monday. And when you get to Thursday, it's the ones with the holes and stuff. So yeah. I'm with you.
No, it's going to turn them inside out, Malcolm.
Yeah, exactly. See the piss stains.
Fucking hell.
like a tea bag in his boxer shorts.
Oh, God.
I've got visions of bottom now. With Rick Mailin.
Yeah. Possible 11 for Blackpool then. Meslier, Drame, Koch, Strauch, Firpo, Rocker, Greenwood, Somerville, Rodrigo, Harrison, Bamford. Should beat Blackpool. I think that's a fairly decent Strange. It's good to see Bamford back, isn't it? I mean, seeing him in those training videos, how we missed him last season.
How long for though? That's the thing. It's just I hope he's not one of them now that's going to start picking up little injuries. A bit like people were saying about what's his name. Yeah, I know it's quality tonight. Listen, we've not been on for a while. There's no football on. It's gonna. You knew where it was going to go tonight.
Nora just saying, keep up the quality content, lads, and I'm here for the piss-stained boxers.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Dear. Sorry, Mac, what were you saying?
No, I'm saying it's a bit like the foreshore conversation. Like, you can't keep, people say keep him for the squad, but how often is he going to be fit? And I just hope Bamford stays fit this season. We need to get rid of this. For whatever reason, it's not just down to luck. You don't have those kind of systematic and continual injuries all through the season. If it's not down to something you're doing wrong in training or whatever, boxes. I'm just going to give up on any football.
Right, yeah. Jason Lelis is asking, he's surprised that I'm wearing boxers, and he's asking if I'm not wearing Y fronts. And Gordon White, by the way, Adonis, I'm 74 and don't fancy kicking the bucket at any moment. Go on, Gordon.
Go on, Gordon, lad.
You've got at least another 16 years in you, I predict. Maybe more. How close are those scientists to longevity, eternal life? That's it. We've been experimenting, I've heard, with the DNA of different things. Anyway, title of podcast: Piss Stain Boxers.
I'm knackered already.
I'm pissing sweat at the moment. Never mind normal piss. Right. Good pre-season lineup, says Liam B. Getting back to the football, thank you, lads. And somebody's asked, will the Roaring Peacock be covering Leeds pre-season games, i.e. Blackpool and the Australia tour? We'll be kicking every ball with him, Michael.
Yeah. I'll come up with the stats, pressing stats and XG stats. I won't be watching it. I'll just guess them. That's how you do it anyway, no?
Yeah. That's how. Don't be stealing Wiggy's job.
Of course, that's his job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wiggy's got too many jobs. Fuck him. He's got loads of jobs in.
There you
Chairman
go.
Of the board, stats man.
Right. Too many holidays as well.
Pride country. Yeah, he's like Mr. Pride. He's organising Pride this year. He's got a spreadsheet and everything. So, yeah, Wiggy's well.
A spreadsheet? I can't believe it. I don't even have a to-do list.
Busy.
Right then, gents. Final thoughts for the first podcast of the summer. Is it? I can't remember anymore.
It is, yeah. My final thought is just see what comes in. Don't get stressed about what's going on. Yeah, we're going to sell our two best players, but we are getting some decent players in. And we're going to get top 6 and win the FA Cup. There you go, I've said it.
Put your bets on here. Bamford top scorer. Bamford golden boot.
Good old Barney. Don't go changing Barney. Don't go changing Barney, lad.
Yeah. Go on, Matt. Final thoughts.
That was one of the maddest podcasts I've done. I hope that you need to go drink lots of water when we finish, Donny, and rehydrate. Literally, you've gone from, you were a lot on you at the start, but you're literally like, I can barely see you now.
Fucking pale, aren't I, as well?
I know,
so
behind that,
white.
Barely see you behind that microphone now. You've like shrunk, visibly shrunk. Final thoughts. We're getting relegated. Fuck it. We're going to go opposite to Barney. It's going to be a shit season like last year. We're all going to sat in my kitchen watching us. It's between us and Bournemouth to go back down. But fuck it. It'll be a great ride, and we'll do some great podcasts, and it'll be good fun. And I think we'll be okay. Listen, we're going to have to invest this money properly. We're going to have to get serious about this investment and about this recruitment, because I don't think it's good enough. To be fair, I think it's not an easy job. I've said this this week on Twitter, but it's a really hard job to do. Is to bring players in. It's lots of money. you're never guaranteed anything, no matter who you buy. But I do think we could have done a lot better. We're going to have to get serious about it. And if we want to stay in this division and compete, then we're going to have to bring in a wealth of experience and good footballers and people who've got experience in this league for me, as well as the guys that we're bringing in at the moment. So just watch it and enjoy it and just have the summer off and let's get back in August. And well, I won't be back till November, so it'll be already started by the time I start taking an interest. But I'll be in Crete thinking about Leeds and watching the games wherever I can and probably missing out on a few podcasts. But judging by my internet tonight, that might not be a bad thing. I'll probably get better fucking reception in Crete on the beach. I might do a live one from the beach in Crete and I'll probably get better speed than I'm getting in fucking Leeds. One of the biggest cities in England. Yeah.
Yeah, my final thoughts are, just don't get too worried about anything. Pretty much like Barney said, just chill out. Have a Solero, isn't that right, Barnes?
Exactly, have a Solero. Just going back to how sweaty you are, I've just remembered, do you remember when apparently there's a story about Bielsa where he was after a game and he literally took everything off and just lied on the medical table after a game? I think this is what Donny's going to do after this pod. So that sofa behind you is just going to literally strip off, and Nora's going to have to wipe him down to cool him down a bit.
Right, yeah, and subscribe to our OnlyFans. OnlyFans.
Fucking word. Podcast getting worse. Right, listen. Please make sure the camera off. Please make sure you turn the camera off before we start any of that. Just imagine him sliding around on a leather sofa covered in baby oil.
Oh God.
Sweat baby oil, a good combo, by the way.
Oh bloody hell! Some of your final thoughts, then. Fun pod later on, says Derek. Derek's out. That's enough for Derek.
See you later, Derek. See you, pal.
Oh God. Bandy says,
you know that lad who was moaning about his lad?
Following Leeds for 50 years, I've earned the right to call Jesse Marsh a fish-eyed fool. Oh God.
Absolutely.
Can't breathe.
Tyler Roberts, Golden Boot.
It's infectious. It's contagious. Derek's one of our oldest and dearest fans, and he's fucking had enough. He's up. See you later, lad. I'm out of here.
Oh God! Right.
Where's that lad who was moaning about? Where's the lad who was moaning about the Leeds content? He's going to be well gone. His
Be telling his grandkids about it. I tried to watch this podcast one time.
You idiot.
They were talking about piss stains and everything.
One of them was like fucking sweating like fucking I don't know what. See, one of them was melting, and one of them had the worst. It looked like he was in Estonia with his internet.
Radio then. If you want a free subscription to the most controversial, the weirdest podcast around, all you have to do is click the subscribe button, and you can follow us on Twitter at Peacock's Raw, and at the Adelites is me. Barney, you want to say something?
Yeah, where do we find your OnlyFans site, please? Just
Speaking of the baby oil.
It's called leather Vaseline and oil. It's called.
It's called a hand moisturizer LUFC.
I'm just laughing at, Bowie Doctor. Bowie Doctor just literally just turned up saying, "I'm late to the party, mate. You've not missed anything."
Yeah.
No.
If you like sweat and piss stains and tea bags and dubious fucking homosexual shower stories, then you've probably missed out. But if you like Leeds United, miss fuck all.
Oh, good God. Right then, all slippery, aren't we?
Into it.
Leeds, buy some players.
Come on, Leeds.